From the dashboard, you begin your patient's entry in the BSR-i. The interface requests that you first search for your patient's name. This search prevents you from duplicating participants in the registry. Step 1. Select the hospital site where the procedure was performed from the drop-down menu. Step 2. Search for the patient by their name by entering either only the family name, the full name, or the first 3 letters of their family name and the first 3 letters of their first name, or your patient's UR number, and then click Search. Please be assured that your patients are only visible to you and that you are not able to view another surgeon or gastroenterologist's patients, even if they have the same name or were operated on at the same site. If your patient is found in the registry, you'll see the message Matching Patient Record Found. Please click on the patient ID number, which takes you to the patient demographics page. Please ensure that all details, especially their contact details, are correct. Patient demographic details can be edited at any time. The BSR aims to follow primary participants for up to 10 years after their first bariatric procedure, so it is important that their records are kept up to date. Let's go through an example. Miss Harriet Jones told her surgeon that she's moved house since her primary procedure. The surgeon searches for her by typing in her name and clicking Search. As you can see, the message Matching Patient Record Found appears. Clicking on Patient ID goes to the Patient Demographics page. New details of address and phone number can now be updated. The information is submitted after clicking Save. If your patient is not in the BSR-i, a prompt, No Matching Patient Records Found, will be displayed. Let's go through an example. Miss Jane Doe had a primary operation at Example Hospital. She is considered a primary participant as her primary procedure will be entered into the registry. The site name Example Hospital is selected. The first 3 letters of her family name and the first 3 letters of her given name are entered. After clicking Search, the message No Matching Patient Record Found appears. Clicking Add Patient will take you to the patient demographics screen. After you click Add Patient, you're taken to the patient demographics screen. If you searched for your patient only using the first 3 letters of their family name and/or given name, you'll need to complete the spelling of their names on this screen. As you can see, along with the fields used to search, the ongoing care surgeon, country, and vital status fields have been auto-populated. Information must be entered for any fields marked with an asterisk. If you do not have the information available, tick the corresponding box Not Known. For example, if the date of birth is unknown, check Date of Birth Not Known. On this page, complete the following details. Hospital UR number. If unknown, enter missing, followed by your practice file number. Your patient's family name and given name. Date of birth, you can tick Date of Birth Not Known. Sex, select the correct sex from the drop-down options. Please enter the patient's biologic determination at birth, not the gender to which they identify. Consent site, the hospital where the procedure was performed. Ongoing care surgeon, the operating surgeon. Address, enter in the correct mailing address, as the participant fact sheet will be sent to this address as part of the opt-out process. Medicare number, you can tick No Medicare number. Department of Veteran Affairs, DVA number, if applicable. Otherwise, you can tick No DVA number. Indigenous status, select from the drop-down menu. Phone numbers. Landline phone numbers should include the area code to the total of 10 digits. You can tick No phone number and/or No mobile number. Vital status. Note that the default setting is alive. After entering demographic information, click Save and you'll be returned to the dashboard. Let's continue with our example. The surgeon wants to enter Jane Doe's primary procedure into the BSR-i. The surgeon entered her information on the patient demographics screen and clicked Save. This dashboard screen appears. The surgeon clicks on Jane's URN and then the options Add Primary Operation or Add Revision Operation appears under the actions to be taken. The surgeon chooses Add Primary Operation to bring up the next screen where the operation information will be entered. Fields with information previously entered will now appear auto-populated. Let's complete the operation details. Enter the operation date, either as day, month, year, or by selecting the date from the calendar. Please note, the date must be later than the date when ethics approval was granted for the chosen hospital site. If the operation date is prior to the approval date, you will be given an error message. Please note, the operation status is pre-filled. If your patient's operation was abandoned, it still must be recorded in the BSR-i by checking the box for procedure abandoned. Select the surgical approach. Used to perform the procedure from the following drop-down options. Select the procedure performed. If the procedure is not listed, please select Other and detail the operation in the box provided. Enter the patient height in meters to 2 decimal places. For example, patient who is 170 centimeters tall should be entered as 1.70. Enter your patient's start weight at the initial consultation. This field is only shown when entering a primary operation. Enter the patient op weight at or around the time of the operation. Select the diabetes status from the drop-down options. If yes is selected, choose from the list of diabetes treatment options, which will appear. Click yes if your patient had a renal or liver transplant performed as a concurrent operation, otherwise the default setting is no. Now let's complete the device tracking section to submit this patient's primary operation. You are required to enter information about the staple and/or devices used with the operation, unless the procedure was a revision operation. To enter device and/or staple reload information, select Add Device or Add Favorite Devices. The Add Favorite Devices is a new feature in the BSR-i, which will streamline the entry of operations. Once your preferred devices for your bariatric procedures have been uploaded in the Favorite Devices, you can use this option. Add Favorite Devices auto-populates your device preferences for the procedure, allowing you to then submit the operation. Add Devices must be chosen if there's no favorite device available for the procedure, or if you deviate from those in Favorite Devices. The Add Device screen appears over the operation screen as shown. Start by selecting the device type from the drop-down menu. Then select the brand name. Please choose from the 3 types of staples highlighted on the screen. Select the stapler description from the menu. Please note there are both manual and powered stapler options. The model and manufacturer would auto-populate. The serial or lot number is not required, but is favourable if the information is available. When the staple device is chosen, another box for buttress information is required. Buttress refers to any reinforcement of the staple line. In this example, on the last fire, the surgeon used seam guard. Submit the device information by clicking on Add. Check all information is complete prior to clicking Submit. Entering a revision operation. Fields with information previously entered appear auto-populated. Complete the operation details. Enter the operation date. The operation status is pre-filled. If the patient's operation was abandoned, it still must be recorded in the BSR-i by checking the box for procedure abandoned. Select the surgical approach used to perform the procedure from the drop-down options. Select the revision procedure performed. If the procedure is not listed, please select Other and detail the operation in the box provided. State if the procedure was planned or unplanned. If you select Unplanned, a menu for reasons appears. Please check the appropriate box. Select the last major bariatric procedure from the drop-down menu. Enter the patient's height in meters to 2 decimal places. Enter the patient's op weight at or around the time of the operation. Select the diabetes status from the drop-down options. If yes is selected, choose from the list of diabetes treatment options which will appear. Check yes if your patient had a renal or liver transplant performed as a concurrent operation. Otherwise, no is the default setting. Complete the device tracking information and click Submit. For instructions on how to complete the device tracking section, please refer to the video Entering a Primary Operation.